just one of those volunteer and staff favorites that's just being overlooked. So we're hoping that somebody who's watching right now is going to be able to open up their heart and home and give little Jimmy a good, loving home.
64 neglected dogs seized from a property in Klamath County. 18 of them surrendered to the Humane Society of Central Oregon.
I knew Jimmy was the one when I saw him on the TV, which is kind of ironic because I've never had a bond with a dog over the TV, but then seeing him the next day at the Humane Society, the way he looked into my eyes and his cute little ears, the way his ears go down and the way his head tilts, I just knew he was the one.
The Humane Society is challenged by Ben's growth. The current facility was constructed in approximately 2004, and in the last 20 years, Ben has more than doubled in size. The Humane Society has not, although the need has grown even more than that.
There's two big issues that I'm seeing right now within the Humane Society. One of our challenge is hiring veterinary professionals into our field. That is a problem across the veterinary community here in Central Oregon and nationwide. And getting licensed veterinary professionals has been difficult. A lot of the animals that come to us, this is the only time they see a vet, and they may have chronic conditions that need to be addressed, and we don't have the capacity to do that. So not knowing if or when they're going to get the extended care they need can be challenging.
We are the only shelter in the area that's receiving surrenders on a routine basis at this point. Oregonians and people in Bend, everybody has an animal. And without the Humane Society to offer the services, there'd be a lot more suffering on both the side of the owners as well as the animals. And there would just not be any place to turn in many cases.
Duke and I are like two peas in a pod. You know, we're like family. And, you know, I don't know what I would do without him, and I don't know what he would do without me. I was going through bad times, and I was living at the Bethlehem Inn. I wasn't sure what I was going to do with Duke. There was a friend that was actually taking care of him for me, but he didn't have the patience, and so basically told me I had to get my dog out of his property. And so thank God there was somebody at the Bethlehem Inn that introduced me to the safety net program. And the Humane Society is actually willing to take Duke and take care of him for me while I was getting my life together.
There is a lack of resources to really help pets and the people connected to them, and we're able to go in and partner with other community members and really make a difference.
We're providing access to veterinary care to our underserved communities. We travel to areas like Warm Springs Reservation, Lapine, Prineville, and even Christmas Valley. These are all areas where the community may not have veterinary care or needs to travel 1 to 2 hours to get to the nearest vet.
What's at stake for the Humane Society is our future in the sense of providing a level of service that's top-notch. We're really focused on making sure that the experience for the clients and the animals is a positive one.
We've had Jimmy less than 3 months, but already he's helped us a lot. We didn't have a dog for over a year in the house, and not having that pitter-patter or the jangle of the license and the name tag. I mean, I really like that. I really like having that, and I'm out in the garden a lot, so he's with me there. And he's not a Velcro dog. He's not on me 100% of the time. But just seeing him laying down there and looking for me and just having that extra soul in the house, it's wonderful. It's wonderful.
The joy that people have when they walk out of a shelter and how much that means to people's lives is immeasurable. When you see animals that were struggling in the shelter end up in a loving home and really starting to thrive, that is amazing. When you see animals that were struggling medically and after time and some healing and a very supportive home are looking great and healthy and energetic, that's what warms our hearts, and that's what keeps us going.
The moment that Duke and I were reunited was amazing. When he came out, I could see the happiness in his eyes, and his tail was wagging, and I think that he knew that I was actually taking him home and taking him out of there. He's added everything. You know, he's like having a child. He's added happiness, joy, a lot of exercise, just with all the hiking and the walking and stuff that we do, and so he's just filled the hole in my heart.
So imagine a world where there is no organization going out and trying to meet people where they are and help them with their pets and try to keep them with their pets in their home. I can't imagine, and I don't want to imagine a community like that.
At HSCO, we have more than 500 volunteers, which provide countless hours, which give us a lot of relief, but also help to the staff. And then in addition, of course, it takes money to run the shelter and the mobile clinic, etc. So anything and everything helps.
Without donor support, we could not function. All of our programs depend on donor support. And without the help of our generous community, there would not be a Humane Society of Central Oregon.